Let me ask you this, because you say that not all businesses are going to be social and they're ever going to be social, and I agree with you, but then I come perhaps to a different conclusion, or maybe the same conclusion as you. As you say, well, maybe they can use traditional marketing, whatever else. My actual conclusion is, because of the cultural changes that social media are bringing with it, transparency, the fact that more and more word of mouth is going online. So instead of telling a few friends, I tweet it, and then quite honestly it's out my system, so I don't worry about it anymore. That actually, I'm not sure, I don't know, I haven't got a crystal ball, that if a business can't become social, whether it can survive. It's not that social media is the only marketing channel in the world. That's not what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But it's the transparency, the authenticity, the conversation, the personalisation, even on a mass scale, that's required, that's expected of business on social today. I think people are going to come to expect from all businesses, and therefore, if businesses don't do it to a point, some might be more social than others. Can they survive?
I think it's a very, very valid point, and I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Business has always had to adapt, has always had to change, and if you really can't change, then you become a dinosaur, and it's may well be that you don't exist. And we've seen some huge brands just disappear off the high street. Names we've known for years, for decades and decades, they just disappeared. They haven't adapted, and you do have to adapt. It's Darwinian theory, adapt or die, and that is very true of social. And I think, yes, it is the businesses who do want to be social. And for me, actually, what's quite interesting is that smaller, more mobile businesses find it easier naturally to be social. If you're a big corporation, it's very difficult. That would be an interesting one. If you had, to be a truly social and a multinational organisation, it could take some doing, because it's all about the culture. I did a training course for an organisation in Geneva recently, and they had their own internal social network, which was linked to their intranet. And the course I was running with them was about engagement, getting employees engaged in their own internal social network. And they're all spread out all over the world. And it's how do you get those, even the internal stakeholders, to engage with each other? And what I came out of that, I had a blinding flash of the obvious, which was good social media starts internally. And if I'm going to be working with an organisation, I need to look at the culture. And it comes back to your point at the start, which is about social businesses and whether they have that social culture. And what you might have to do is inculcate that social culture with them. So they'll say, David, we want to be social. That's fine. Work with them for a while. You're not actually social. You're not nowhere near ready to be social. Actually, we got to really sort out your customer service. You don't actually have really bad customer service. You've got no internal comms, so none of the departments are talking to each other. You're not really aware of what's going on in your marketplace. So you need to then work with them to get to the stage where they are ready then to start doing social. And for me, certainly in the consultancy business I work in now, I almost think it more like management consultancy than social media, because actually it's managing change within organisations. And where are those organisations going? Do you really think your target audience are going to still consume the media in the way you think they're going to consume it? And I horrify people when I say, 25 and less, probably not on Facebook anymore. How are you going to communicate with them? They're not. I haven't even got my head around Facebook, and already saying, well, they've gone past Facebook. You need to be talking about Vine and Tumblr and Keek and all these sort of things. And they're like, my God. And what do you do? How do you deal with all these things? And it's that mobility, it's that ability to change your business and change where you're going. And that is a very, very key thing. And the ones who don't will cease to exist.